that in Anne Arundel County, the Anne Arundel County Literacy Council estimates that 70,000 adults, not just people, adults, are at the reading level that is below the requirement in order to get their GED. 70,000 people. So let's put that in perspective. So for the 2010 census, the population for Anne Arundel County was 537,656 people. So breaking that down a little bit more, that's 13% of the population of Anne Arundel County that is operating below standards in order to have their GED. 70,000 people, this is 70,000 adults, but 70,000 people is the population's just under combined for Annapolis, Pasadena, and Linthicum altogether. So another set of statistics that we can address is according to the National Center for Education Statistics, who are citing the 2003 census. Anne Arundel County's population at 6% were lacking basic literacy skills. So there are different standards I'm imagining that they're using that by. Through various research, literacy rates have been directly linked to public safety issues, crime rates, and overall well-being later on in life. So, according to various research, in the Begin to Read website, more than 60% of prison inmates are functionally illiterate, and 85% of juveniles that go through the juvenile court system are also functionally illiterate. Begin to Read also cites that 2/3 of people in the 4th grade below proficiency standard, and that will dictate that later in life that they will end up in the criminal justice system or on public assistance like welfare. Also, with public safety concern, there have been research that have cited that workers that are functionally illiterate are operating below standard in order for them to have the literacy skills needed to read the workplace safety types of posters, procedures, things to prevent waste within the workplace, that the people that are working there that operate below these reading standards are more likely to injure themselves, cause waste, injure others, etc. That ties into other reporting that says that healthcare costs in the U.S. every year related that can be directly linked to literacy rates is $70 million a year. So in regards to well-being and success, the NBC News reported on the Anne E. Cassie Foundation's research, which predicts that by 2020, U.S. will face a shortage of 1.5 million college-level graduate adults. That will be coupled with a 6 million person surplus of people who do not have their high school degrees and then further do not have jobs. So we're going to have a 1.5 million shortage of people that we do not have to fill college-level education positions, and 6 million more people who don't have their education in order for them to then have a job. So that just obviously directly correlates to less education, less success in life. According to the Begin to Read website that I mentioned before, as another anecdotal fact, 16 to 19-year-old girls that are at the poverty line or below and have below standard literacy rates are 6 times more likely than their reading counterparts to have children out of wedlock and end up on state assistance or federal assistance. So getting involved in the solutions for improving Anne Arundel County or your local community's literacy rates are not as hard as you would think. You can sign up on iCanRead.org, which is the Anne Arundel Literacy Council's website, to become a volunteer. You would sign up, you have to do a mandatory training session, which is 2 parts, and then after that it's as much time or energy that you can dedicate to helping someone in your community, whether it be old or young, improve their literacy skills. If you don't have time to go outside of your personal life, take inventory of your personal life. Take inventory of the people that you have in your life and see if there's somebody who you can reach out to, young or old, to help improve their literacy skills. This can lead to people that are older being afraid and shy to admit that they have reading skills that are less than ideal. Then they go and they take medication that's not properly administered for them or for their symptoms. Children obviously improving their literacy skills will help improve their later life skills. And then if you don't have time, or you don't have anybody in your life that you're fortunate enough that you don't have anybody in your life that you know that you can reach out, you can also donate monetary value, specifically with the I Can Read website, or the icanread.org rather, for the Anne Arundel County Literacy Council. You can donate money, and it's broken down into monetary values that will equal 1-for-1 correlation. I believe it's $10. It'll go for a book that is a student workbook, and it goes all the way up to $800, which can pay for an entire training session for mentors or tutors. By combating the illiteracy rates in our community, it can only lead to a better public safety, better crime rates, and an overall better success for the country. According to other research, this is why we should be worried about this. Children tutored younger, per the Annie Cassie Foundation research, say that by the end of 3rd grade, there is direct correlation that they can predict how well a student is going to do in high school, if they're going to graduate high school, and how well they would do in life based on their literacy skills. There's a domino effect based on the impact of poverty on educational outcomes for children, research that was done, I believe, in Canada. Low-income mothers that had children that were involved in a high-quality intervention of education also reported, the mothers themselves reported higher educational rates and higher employment statuses after their children completed the program. So it motivated them to go out and improve their own status so as their children were being involved in this high-quality education intervention. The Carlson study says after a few months of elderly or the older population volunteering themselves as being tutors to kindergartners show improved and positive brain scan images. So it even helps keeping the brain young, being a tutor yourself. So with crime, obviously that is a logical correlation. If you have people that are more educated, they're less likely to be offenders. People who are offenders, if they are educated and they have their literacy skills at the level that is GED or higher, they are more likely to reach out to services that are self-improvement to help with their addictions, etc., and not become repeat offenders. So in conclusion, I've talked today about the literacy rates in Anne Arundel County and the country, in our state, in our communities, in our lives. And I'm asking each one of the audience members today to take time and consider volunteering at icanread.org, other similar organizations within your life, taking inventory and seeing if there's somebody that you can reach out to, or multiple people that you can reach out, whether it's in time, effort, or money, to help improve the literacy rates, because it really does correlate to all the different aspects of life that can just be overall improvement. Thank you.